My name is Greg Wynn, and I run a little organization called Open Hands, Seeing People. And we provide hope to people who've had brain injuries or strokes. When I was 21, I went to the beach with a whole lot of youth and was swimming in the sea, and I got out and collapsed on the beach. And they came up to me and asked me what was wrong, and I pushed on my right arm and it collapsed underneath me and I had a stroke. And I was completely paralyzed, and down my right hand side I couldn't think, couldn't talk. So in my recuperation, I went through a whole lot of occupational therapy, speech therapy, physiotherapy, hyperbaric oxygen therapy. It was just, it was really difficult. So the physio told me that if I didn't do my hand exercises, eventually I was going to end up with a clenched fist and a club arm. And I sincerely didn't want to have that. And so I did my hand exercises. And so many people, they looked at me and they saw a man who was on his three-legged crutch, and they shied away. They didn't know how to react. They didn't know how to be around me. And those people really had a massive effect on my life. And the more that I looked at it, the more that I realized that I had a clenched fist and a club arm in my whole life. And that made me feel internally, it made me feel desperately sorry for myself. It made me feel desperately not enough. And it made me feel like it was my fault that I'd had a stroke. But the more that I came to realize that if we have an open hand, if we have an open hand towards everybody, towards life, then we are able to say hi, rather than judging and belittling and boxing people. So at Open Hands we do three things. We visit people in hospital who have just had strokes and head injuries. We offer support groups for those who have been discharged, and also we speak to schools and businesses in the area about neurodiversity, and anybody can have a stroke, anybody can have a head injury at any time. So at Open Hands we just encourage people who've had strokes and head injuries that they are enough, that they are whole, and bringing their families and their carers along on the journey with them.
Spending some time with people who have other sort of challenge in their life that they've come through, it's great to help them, or anybody who's going through something similar in perspective.
Or your friends and your family that haven't gone through the same thing as you, they don't quite understand. So I think this sort of support group where you are connecting with people that have journeyed through similar situations is inspiring, and you can, I just think it's really good for them to share with each other. Obviously there's the physical aspect to it, and that's a big part of my job, but really when you journey with them a bit further, it's more about reintegrating back into life and being happy. That's the ultimate goal. That's what I want for everyone that I treat, is not for them to be able to only walk down the passage, but it's also for them to be happy and have quality of life.
For them to regain a sense of hope, a sense of a new normal, and a sense of it is what it is, but this is me.
And keeps a smile on your face. So it's a privilege to still be around, and very grateful for everything that's been going on in my life before the accident and after this accident likewise.
We often go on and do golf days, and so we've got several golf days coming up in which we say you're not allowed to say the word stroke, you're not allowed to say the word handicap, and you have to tee off with your non-dominant hand only.
Open Hands organisation, what a fantastic initiative it is. It's all about seeing people, recognising you as an individual, understanding that you've been faced with a dilemma, and that's what Greg's all about. He's trying to do something as powerful as that, trying to give you a bit of understanding, trying to help you make decisions, and really just make the journey that you're going to be walking on a lot easier. So any support that you can get in behind them and help them out, it will be mostly appreciated. Please help Open Hands.